नमः सर्वेभ्यः। अस्य कार्यक्रमस्य निर्विघ्नपरिसमाप्त्यर्थम् आदौ मङ्गलमुखेन आरभामहे। ॐ वर्णानामर्थसङ्घानां रसानां छन्दसामपि मङ्गलानां च कर्तारो वन्दे वाणी विनायकौ। नमस्ते, नमस्कारः। संस्कृतसम्भाषणकक्षायां भवतां सर्वेषां हार्दं स्वागतम्। In Dandian's words, Sanskrit is the divine language as commented upon by the great sages. He says, Sanskritam nama daivi vaganvakhyata maharshibhi. अस्माकं चिन्मय इंटरनेशनल फाउंडेशन देवभाषायाः प्रचाराय सदा यत्नशीलो वर्तते। तत्र च विशेषेण श्री अनिल पिळ्ळैवर्यः अस्माकम् उत्साहं सदा वर्धयति। एषः चिन्मय इंटरनेशनल फाउंडेशन मध्ये चीफ ऑफ ऑपरेशन्स् इति पदम् अलङ्करोति। इदानीं स्वागतसम्भाषणाय तम् अहं सविनयम् आह्वयामि। प्लीज सर।
Hari Om, Namah Sarvebhyaya. So this is the first time I'm saying in Sanskrit, and I hope this is the beginning of our learning process, Swamiji. A warm welcome to all the dignitaries on the stage, Pujya Swamiji, Sampatji and Sunitaji. It's great to see all of you now, and this, although it started as a small thought process motivated and encouraged by Swamiji, it is gathering stream, and it's nice to see that the whole, ecosystem is growing. I think the idea was first thrown open by Swamiji when he said that we are a Sanskrit research institution, and we should also be speaking the language, and we are supposed to be propagators of Sanskrit. We are supposed to, be the flagship institution for Sanskrit, and if we in the office and the environment around us doesn't speak Sanskrit, at least at the minimal level, then in Girija's words, it's probably a shame, So I think this is a grand initiative by guidance of Swamiji and all our dignitaries here. So it's very important that we take it seriously, and all of us participate in it. This class is going to be every Saturday between 2 and 4. The objective of this class is to ensure that we all start speaking Sanskrit in a way, and sort of conversing in it, at least at the basic level. So the first level is a basic level where we'll be encouraged to learn on how to communicate in Sanskrit. Believe me, this is very important for our institution, for everybody who comes to visit us. And if they see, we claim to be an institution of Sanskrit language, and if they see us speaking in that language, it'll make a lot of difference to the ecosystem. It'll sort of, I'm sure it'll bring a smile on everybody's face. So once again, Swamiji, thank you very much for the encouragement. And I hope that this is going to be the beginning of our journey into this vast space of Sanskrit. And I really hope that it changes us, it improves us, and it develops in us a sort of, culture which we can be proud of. I'm sure that these are the learnings that will come out of this language. Thank you once again. Very happy to see all of you here. Let's keep up the commitment, and let's work hard and let the journey begin. Thank you. Hari Om.
धन्यवादः अनिल महोदय. As you said, the language is very simple, but everybody should be beginning this language from today to start speaking. So it is said, Surasa Subodha Vishwamanognya Lalita Hridya Ramaniya Amritavani Samskrita Bhasha Naiva Klishta Nacha Kathina. अतः अहमिदानीम् उद्घाटनभाषणाय श्रीमती डॉक्टर सुनीता ग्रन्थि महोदयाम् आह्वयामि। एषा चिन्मयविश्वविद्यापीठे डीन् ऑफ लाइफ लॉन्ग लर्निंग एंड वेलनेस इति पदं पुनश्च डायरेक्टर सेंटर ऑफ एक्सलेंस इन अप्लाइड इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टम्स इति पदम् अलङ्करोति। महोदयाम् अहं सविनयम् आह्वयामि।
धन्यवादः हृदय। Namo Sarvebhyah. Hari Om. I guess I said 2 sentences more than Anilji. But it really definitely warms my heart that Pujya Swamiji suggested this as an initiative. And what I'm really amazed is how quickly Shrikantji was able to get this going. So really want to... And the second part there are many firsts to this. The other thing is, we are now 3 institutions coming together to learn this beautiful language. So isn't that wonderful? The third thing is, it is part of a Sanskrit month. We had not planned it that way, but it happened that way. So there are so many special things about why and how this beautiful initiative is started. And when Swamiji had suggested that we should do this for our campus, what we decided was we will open it up to the entire CVV in all 4 locations. So with, again, Shrikantji's help and our SIF media and IT help, we are now going to be offering this as online. Not only for all our students, so hopefully, and we are going to offer this again, another first I want to say is that this is going to be a value-added course. So it will go into the transcripts when the students pass out. So imagine our students going out with Sanskrit in their transcripts. Not only that, we are also offering it online to outsiders. We have told outsiders who want to join can join. And we have, I believe, Shrikant, at least 20 people who have, now it's 40. So imagine, this is unbelievable in terms of how a small Sankalpa, of course, Swamiji's Sankalpa is a big one, and it has just taken its own way. So I'm just, my heart fills with really a lot of gratitude to Swamiji and the fact that we could do something like this. So as you know, we have now 3 levels, level 1, level 2, and level 3. Level 3 has been going on face-to-face. Level 1 is where we will start initially. The purpose being that we want everyone to feel the culture with how we are teaching. Now, there may be people who know Sanskrit and suddenly they come into level 2. It may be hard to fit in. So with that in mind, we are starting off level 1 for about at least 4 to 6 weeks. We are going to let our very esteemed teachers, Professor Sampath Ji and our assistant professor Narayan Ji, who are going to be teaching this. So that is how we are planning to start this program. And even though at CVV we will be having every alternate week classes, but we plan to share the recording and hope that the students will join every week also. Another thing, of course, we will take attendance, at least for our CVV. I'm not sure what's if we'll take attendance, but we will. So this is only because to motivate us. I mean, for us, value-added course is very important. We want to make sure that they keep up their promise. So, as I said, there is really a lot of benefits from learning Sanskrit. I mean, we know Sanskrit, as I don't have to repeat, we all know how beautiful the language and everything is. But spoken Sanskrit is something that, as much as we learn languages, it's really, hard for us to speak it. As much as we learn, we all, even in Sandipani, we learned so much. But suddenly, if you ask us to break into a language, it's hard. So this is where I think we are going to have our esteemed teachers teach us the best technique on how we can start to speak. Even if we learn 2 words, 3 words, we're going to use them and build our vocabulary and slowly start to convert people to learning this beautiful language. So with that, again, Dhanyavadaha, and I'm looking forward to all the sessions. Hari Om.
धन्यवादः महोदये. केयूराणि न भूषयन्ति पुरुषं हारा न चन्द्रोज्ज्वला न स्नानं न विलेपनं न कुसुमं नालङ्कृता मूर्धजा वाण्येका समलङ्करोति पुरुषं या संस्कृता धार्यते क्षीयन्ते खलु भूषणानि सततं वाग्भूषणं भूषणम् एतादृशं वाग्भूषणं धारयन्तं श्री अद्वैतानन्दस्वामिनम् आह्वयामि। स्वामिपादाः चिन्मया इंटरनेशनल फाउंडेशन मध्ये प्रेसिडेंट एवं चिन्मया विश्वविद्यापीठे ट्रस्टी इति पदम् अलङ्करोति। तमहम् अनुग्रहभाषणाय आह्वयामि।
ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। There are a lot of people who have great respect for Sanskrit. Is it not? Great respect. And when they have respect, it is natural that there is a sort of feeling, yes, yes. But then opportunities are not there. And now when opportunities are created, if we can make the best use of it, it is always wonderful. See, we are able to read a language, right? Now, Sunitaji was saying, however much we are able to read or, understand also, when it comes to speak, then there is a lot of hesitation. Kimartam etadrisham bhavati. Kimartam iti chet अस्माकं चिंतन प्रक्रिया न भवति in that language. यदा अस्माकं चिंतनमपि संस्कृत भाषाया भवति चेत् वार्तालापं सुलभः भवति, नो चेत् क्लेशः एव. So the thinking process has to go in a particular language, then the speaking can happen. Suppose you think in your mother tongue, you can speak in that tongue. Suppose you think in English, you can speak in that tongue. So we all want to gain that process by which our thinking process has got Sanskrit in it. It's not a easy thing, See, when we are small children, when we hear so much, we hear. And when we hear, what happens, we are able to take in. It becomes part of a process of thinking and we can speak. Now we don't even hear Sanskrit. So that is one reason. I'm sure here there will be a lot of ways and methods by which the hearing of Sanskrit becomes more and more. There's a famous Tirukural which says, Selvattul selvam sevichelvam, achelvam selvattul yellam talai. See, of any wealth, the greatest wealth is a wealth what we hear. And then he says, that wealth is the greatest of all wealth. Because why? What we hear becomes part and parcel of us. If you ask what is the value of a language, a language is like, what can I say, one eye. So with our eyes we are able to see many things, right? Now if you acquire one language, you are getting an eye. One new world opens for us. Any language. Suppose I learn Hindi, suddenly so many things which are there in the Hindi language becomes open for me. Probably I can read Premchand. I can see how he is describing how. And however much you translate into any other language, it doesn't carry that feeling. So a language opens us to a new world. And Sanskrit language opens us to a very, very large world. So, for example, we all chant, usually before Om Sahanavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryang Karavavahe Tejasvinavadi Tamastu, we chant. But do we know the meaning? It becomes mechanical, is it not? So at least we must learn that much Sanskrit whereby what we are saying, what we are reciting, does not become mechanical. So let us do that. So when I say a huge, large world opens, just imagine the oldest literature is in Sanskrit, the Vedas. And the entire, the knowledge, parampara of our country is all in Sanskrit. So I love my mother. But do you know your mother? No. I respect my father. Do you know your father? No. How sad it is. Like that. I love Sanskrit. I respect Sanskrit. But do you know Sanskrit? I know somebody who knows Sanskrit. That is very, very, very poor. Vayam sarve Samskrita bhashaya vadamaha naivat krishta nacha katina manohara lalita hridya. So many beautiful words she said for Sanskrit. Your name is? Name is Hridya. So let us do that. I'm very, very happy all of us have come together. I'm very, very happy to know that the various ways by which it is going to be done, so that everybody doesn't have to go. Somebody who wants to just begin, I know nothing, come. Somebody says, I know how to, something I know, yes. I know quite a bit, for you also. That way, everything is available for everyone. Let's make the best use of it. May God's grace be with us. Even though we say God's grace be with us, it is always with us. The rain is always showering. But suppose your vessel is like this, nothing goes inside. Okay? So let's become open vessels. What to say about you? You are all open vessels. Let everyone also benefit. Please go and tell everyone to come and benefit from this. And I do agree with Anilji when he says, if we are a Sanskrit research institution, and if we do not have any appreciation of Sanskrit, then what is the meaning? That's not the right thinking. And if we are a university which is rooted in Indian knowledge systems, where we want to amalgamate the Indian knowledge systems with contemporary knowledge fields, Sanskrit is the very basis of that Indian knowledge system. And if we don't know, then what is the thing? In every way, we are on the right track. Only thing, we are a little late. Am I? 25 years back. How many years? 30 years back. I think we are a little late. University is growing. There's a nice, wonderful faculty is all there. Let us take the best use, best benefit of it. Let all be wonderful. Thank you all very much. Hari Om.
स्वामिपादाः भवतः आशीर्वचनैः वयम् अनुगृहीताः स्मः. इदानीं धन्यवादज्ञापनाय श्री डॉक्टर एल सम्पत्कुमार वर्यम् अहम् आह्वयामि. अयं महोदयः चिन्मयविश्वविद्यापीठे स्कूल ऑफ LLS लिंग्विस्टिक्स एंड लिटरेरी स्टडीज़ इत्यस्य विभागाध्यक्षः वर्तते. तमहम् आह्वयामि.
Hari Om. So once we went to Variam Road facility, and we were, after attending the meeting, three of us, myself, Dr. Sudarshan Chiplunkar, and Dr. Pavan Kumar Satuluri, we were coming back in the metro. At the time we were conversing in Sanskrit. So there was also another person sitting next to us. He was curiously looking at us. He had a lot of doubts in his mind. He was in fact thinking, are there spies? Talking in some codal language. Are they planning something big like that? So he could not control his inquisitiveness, you know. So by the time we all got up, we had to get on at Vadake Kota, stopping. So before we were about to get on, he asked, may I know in which language you are speaking? I said, Sanskrit. Then immediately his expression, his reaction, everything changed. And he was looking at like a Deva Purusha. That is the usual wrong connotation attached to this language. It's a beautiful language, no doubt at all. But lot of adjectives like a divine language, Deva Bhasha, Gairvani, Devavani, like that, giving lot of adjectives, they have elevated the language to such an height that nobody wants to approach it. Everybody is having lot of regard for that language, respect for the language. Sanskritam, oh. So, first we have to get away that inhibition. It is yet another language. There are always two sides of a language. One is literary, another one is spoken. We are not now talking about the literary aspects. Even though we are all very well versed in spoken Malayalam, I don't know how many of you are comfortable with reading Adhyatma Ramayana. So that is entirely different. It requires another set of skills, right? So we are not concerned about the literary side of the language. Of course, that is there. But what we are going to start is about the spoken side, which is very, very simple. And this fact applies to all languages, that in our day-to-day conversation, be it your mother tongue or English or any other language you speak, we don't use more than 60 words. And for basic communication, we require only 40 words. This I casually exchanged with Anil Pillai ji once, and he is still remembering that fact, and he was inspired by that. It was casually told by me, shared by me. So only 40 words are required. That's for minimal communication. Who are you? How are you? Where are you? I am here. You are this. Let's go to eat. Let's drink. So these are all the basic communication, basic requirement, right? This can be done in any language for that matter. So now your doubt is removed, right? You are all ready for learning Sanskrit, right? So I thank each and every one of you coming forward to learn this language. So let us have a big round of applause. We have to motivate ourselves, right? So I thank each and every one of the participants who are taking a lot of initiative. I thank Swamiji for having this vision. Initially, when this CVV and SIF, this collaboration started, at the time this was one of the motive. Everybody should converse in Sanskrit. So that was the initial part, and most of the students were also trained in that. And some of the non-teaching faculty, staff, those who are coming to serve tea, they will also be encouraged to speak in Sanskrit. Our Suji Chechi, whenever she comes to my room, she will say, Hari Om, Namaste, Chayam Pibantiva, Dhanyavadaha. So we taught all these things. You know what happened? She stopped serving tea. That's a different thing. But what I'm saying is, it is very, very easy. So it's not something great or something impossible. It's yet another language. We can easily learn that. And I thank immensely our Swamiji for taking this initiative. And he has also taken his valuable time to come here and bless all of us. It is going to be a wonderful commencement of this program. I could already see the success of this program. And I also thank Anil Pillai ji for all the background work. I also thank our Sunita ji for making it as a value-added course for CVV students, so that they are also motivated. There is a beautiful saying in Sanskrit. It says, Prayojanam anuddishya mandopi na pravartate. If we want to do anything, immediately we will see what would be the result. Even when we recite a Panchakam, we will see for Palashruti. Even when we say Ashtakam, there should be a Palashruti. Only then we will be motivated, right? There should be something, some, some sort of recognition or motivation or something should be there, right? So CVU students are going to get this value-added course. So I thank immensely Sunita ji for taking it forward. I also thank all the organizers and the technicians. They are like the oxygen. So without their help, no program will happen seamlessly. So I thank each and every one of you, the person standing before the mic, behind the mic, before the camera, behind the camera, everyone. And I also thank all the organizers for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Thank you once again. Hari Om.
आं महोदय, संस्कृतभाषा देवभाषा भवतु, किन्तु अस्माकं कृते इदानीं सम्भाषणभाषा इति चिन्तामादाय वयम् अग्रे गच्छामः. भवते अपि अहं भवः धन्यवादाः व्याहरामि। इदानीं वयम् अस्मिन् कार्यक्रमस्य अन्तिमभागे स्मः। अस्य कार्यक्रमस्य केवलम् उद्घाटनमेव इदानीं समाप्तमस्ति, न तु कार्यक्रमः। अतः आगामिकक्षायाः शुभारम्भाय सोत्साहम् उद्घोषम् एकं संस्कृतगीतेन कुर्मः। तदर्थमहं चिन्मयविश्वविद्यापीठे संस्कृतछात्रा विनम्राम् अहम् आह्वयामि।
So what Sunita ji feels is, since we are officially commencing, there can be some sort of beginning today. So I would like to invite our Narayanan. He will start the first class. Even though it's not going to be the first class, it will be just like a trailer for the excellent movie you are going to watch. Now the trailer presentation. For that I invite my colleague Narayan. Please give him a very big hand.
हरि ओम, हरि ओम। सुगमाणो, सुगमाणो। सेम थिंग। सुखम अस्ति, सुखम अस्ति, सुखम अस्ति। उच्चैः हाँ, सुखम अस्ति, सुगमाणो, सुगमाणो। सुखम अस्ति, सुखम अस्ति, सुखम अस्ति, सुखम अस्ति, सुखम अस्ति। सुगमाणो। धन्यवाद।
पठत संस्कृतं वदत संस्कृतं लसतु संस्कृतं चिरं गृहे गृहे च पुनरपि पठत संस्कृतं लसत संस्कृतं लसतु संस्कृतं चिरं गृहे गृहे च पुनरपि ज्ञानवैभवं वेदवाङ्मयं लसति यत्र भवभयापहारि मुनिभिरार्जितं कीर्तिरार्जिता यस्य प्रणयनात् व्यासभासकालिदासबाणमुख्यकविभिः पठत संस्कृतं वदत संस्कृतं लसतु संस्कृतं चिरं गृहे गृहे च पुनरपि स्थानमूर्जितं यस्य मन्वते वाग्विचिन्तका हि वाक्षु यस्य वीक्ष मधुरतां यद्विना जना नैव जानते भारतीयसंस्कृतिं सनातनाभिधां वरां पठत संस्कृतं वदत संस्कृतं लसतु संस्कृतं चिरं गृहे गृहे च पुनरपि जयतु संस्कृतं संस्कृतिस्तथा संस्कृतस्य संस्कृतेश्च प्रणयनाच्च मनुकुलं जयतु संस्कृतं जयतु मनुकुलं जयतु जयतु संस्कृतं जयतु जयतु मनुकुलं जयतु जयतु संस्कृतं जयतु जयतु मनुकुलं जयतु जयतु संस्कृतं जयतु जयतु मनुकुलं। धन्यवादः।
शान्तिमन्त्रेण समापयामः। ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम।